is it that when you come to the ER, they take forever to see you? Like, there's nothing wrong with you.
Okay, guys, it's time for a couple duets. I came across a couple videos that I really want to talk about. These are all TikTok. Go into their pages, check them out. You know, I watch a couple of them. But first one I want to talk about is this guy talking about why does it take forever for an ER to tell you that nothing is wrong. Let's start right there. If you already know nothing is wrong, you don't belong in an ER.
Why do you think it's called the ER? Right? It's an emergency.
ERs do a very good job at triage. You came through the door and you talked to a provider, whether it was a nurse or whether it was a doctor. You gave them your signs and symptoms of what was going on, and they determined you are not an emergency. What you consider an emergency is not what everybody else in healthcare considers an emergency. Yes, it's something that you're going through. I get it. You're not used to it. You don't understand how to deal with it. But those professionals that you came to seek information from do understand it and realize you're not going to die. And they're going to come to you as soon as they possibly can.
There'd be like 30 doctors out here, 65 nurses, and not one comes see you for like 3 hours later.
Okay, there's some large cities that have 30 doctors working, but most of the places that I've ever worked, now I'm in the suburbs of Philadelphia, I'm off in Chester County, we don't have 30 doctors working in the ER that I know of, and 65 nurses, they're all busy. They're responding to call bells, they're dealing with people that aren't sick, and they're dealing with the emergencies that are, including all the ones that come in from us, EMS. We bring in a lot of the sicker patients and they get priority. And just because you take an ambulance doesn't mean you're going to go right to a room and be seen emergently. You may be triaged just like everybody else and may go to the waiting room just like everybody else.
You've been here for 3 hours.
It's just crazy. Been in the ER since 5 o'clock this morning, and it's 9:03.
3 hour wait in an emergency room? It's not that bad. You got to realize there are multiple departments that are involved in this. You have x-ray department, maybe going over to the lab work and waiting for that kind of stuff. Not only does the lab have to take care of the emergency room, they have to take care of the entire hospital. So it takes time. It's not instantaneous. My question is, why are you in the ER at 5 o'clock in the morning? Looking at your face, realizing sick versus not sick, which we're very good at learning how to do. Probably not sick. You could have went to your family physician the way you should, or even an urgent care, who would probably send you to the ER anyways. But go to them first. Why tie up an ER for not being sick?
The ER need to do better. Something has to give.
With that statement, I 100% agree. ERs do need to do better. There is a lot of inefficiencies that happen. However, it's not the ER's fault 100%. It's the floors that can't get anybody up. How many times are ER beds tied up with people that are spending 1, 2, and 3 days at a time in an emergency room? It's also the system of people going to an ER that really aren't that sick and can be managed by your family physician.
This is ridiculous. We post this, share it. I want to hear you guys comment about it because the ER should give something back.
So you truly asked for us to comment back on your video. You're saying that the ER should give something back. What do you expect for them? You're going to them when they are completely booked. They have every room filled. They are working nonstop 24 hours a day. You showed up at 5 a.m. and yet you expect them to drop everything they're doing for you. What about your neighbor? What about the person next to you that is feeling the same way? Why do you get priority over them? How would you triage? It can't be first come, first serve, because one person is going to be much sicker than the other one, and you have to triage that appropriately. Otherwise, in the ER, in the waiting room, people will die.
Like if it's past a certain time, they should not charge your insurance.
Oh, this cracks me up. If it's past a certain time, you shouldn't charge your insurance. So now there's a time limit on treatment. Would you want them to spend the most available time they can with you to make sure that they get an accurate and good diagnosis for what your problem is? Or do you want them to go, oh, you got a cough? I spent 3 minutes with you. Go away. Here's your prescription and go see your own doctor. Or do you want them to take the time and actually listen to you? There's only so much time in the day. 24 hours is all we get. What do you expect? So not charging an insurance and not getting paid for the service they're actually doing? Ridiculous. Matter of fact, they should be paid more.